of my YouTube video.
Life has a way of changing when you're not looking. You make decisions, big ones, like Matt and I deciding to immigrate to the Netherlands. And with that decision, we set in motion a lot of change, not just for ourselves, but for all of our loved ones around us. Shortly after we made the decision to immigrate, Matt's cousins, who are also some of our best friends, made the decision to immigrate here to Mauritius. And at the time, we didn't really stop to think just how much it would impact our friendship. The original 6 of us used to see each other once a week minimum. We were each other's comfort zone, from dancing around like fools, to braais and acting like kids in playgrounds, to fun nights out with way too much alcohol.
Goodbye, have a beautiful time.
Weekends away in Clarence, trail running, and being a feeding ground for leeches. So many amazing memories to look back on. But then time did what it does best.
We finally got the racing snakes together. Yes!
It's been a while then.
A bunch of babies have joined the scene. And so the way that we spend our time together these days has drastically changed. And even though it's super special, it is just undeniably different. For Matt and my birthday, our family have gifted us a trip on the TOPCAT Catamaran Cruise. So we're going to head out all the way to different islands. For us, this is not just a catamaran cruise. It's kind of like a chance to relive those memories. So it's time to go and have a jaw. This catamaran cruise was a massive highlight from our northern Mauritius piece of our holiday. The staff were phenomenal and the weather was absolute perfection. We met up just before 9 a.m. and we were then taken out from the meeting point to the catamaran with a small boat. So that is our catamaran out there, and here comes the boat to fetch us. After snacking on some pastries and energizing on some coffee, we set sail from Grand Baie and headed out to Gabriel Island past Coin de Mire. We docked nearby the islands along with many other boats and catamarans, and we were given the option to be taken to either Gabriel Island or Flat Island. Flat Island is apparently nicer for swimming, but because we wanted to snorkel, we went with Gabriel. Bring along your own snorkeling gear if possible, because TOPCAT only provides you with a mask and snorkel, and having a pair of fins is definitely better. If you don't have fins, then I would still wear water shoes or something protective, because there are lots of things that you can step on, from sea urchins to electric rays, stonefish and lionfish. Out of all of these nasty creatures, it was ultimately the triggerfish that got me. Nat and I were just out snorkeling, just like out in this area. And the next thing, I feel this like fucking little nip on my leg, and a triggerfish has literally drawn blood on my leg. Those triggerfish are very, very fucking sassy. We spent an hour and a half on the island, and then the crew came back to pick us up and bring us back to the catamaran, where we got to chow down on some amazing lunch. There was chicken, marlin, massive prawns, sausages, and 3 salads to chow down on. The drinks were bottomless and flowing, and the tunes consisted of banger after banger. From Gabriel Island, we then began to head back to Grand Baie, with a stop by Coin de Mire for even more magnificent snorkeling. Here, we didn't get off onto the island, but instead we jumped in straight off the cat.
Snorkel spot number 2.
The reef here was much deeper, so we had a lot of fun testing each other to reach the bottom. We got to snorkel here for 40 minutes before getting back on the catamaran to head back home. Our family have done this trip many times, and it sounds like the TOPCAT crew is excellent at matching the energy of the guests. On our boat, we were a party crowd, and we also had a few Afrikaans people, so they matched that vibe. From my one-time experience, I wouldn't necessarily want to bring young kids on this trip. I think I'd keep it as adult time. The water can be choppy, and I hurt my knee when a sudden wave knocked me off balance while walking along the boat. The snorkeling was magnificent, and getting to see this extension of Mauritius was such a treat. If you'd like to see more of my recommendations of Mauritius, then don't forget to subscribe. For now, I leave you with this little montage that, in my opinion, perfectly captures this day and acts as a core memory for the racing snakes plus size. See you in the next video.
Diving deep into the waves, babe. I know that you wanted to. It's a risk worth taking, even if it's over soon. Want you skin tight, close like denim. Come on, love me right. somebody.